Welcome to a world where compassion knows no bounds. In this video, we'll take you on a journey through some heartwarming stories of human kindness and extraordinary animal rescues. From the depths of icy waters to the scorching heat of summer, these tales will remind you that there's a hero in each of us. Get ready to witness incredible acts of love and bravery as we bring you stories of rescue and redemption here on the wild biosphere. The king cobra, a venomous and aggressive serpent, finds solace in a refreshing cold bath offered by a benevolent neighbor during a scorching summer heatwave. It's truly astounding to witness humans and such formidable creatures coexisting harmoniously during challenging times. A concerned local urgently summoned help upon witnessing a man pouring cement on an innocent dog that had spent a traumatic night stuck in distress. The poor animal cried incessantly, but these compassionate individuals remained resolute in their mission to rescue it. They transported the dog to their home, administering medication and addressing all its injuries. Most crucially, they showered it with love, a much-needed remedy. In a small Syrian town, a cow accidentally tumbled into a well, prompting a rescue team, along with some locals, to unite and employ an excavator to hoist the distressed bovine back to safety. A fox found itself trapped beneath a heavy boulder, but fortunately, a team of workers arrived in the nick of time to offer their assistance. A baby sloth fell from a tree, separating it from its mother. In a heartwarming display, rescuers recorded the infant's cries and played them near the tree, successfully capturing the mother's attention. After a patient wait, the mother descended to reunite with her baby, proving beyond doubt that animals indeed possess deep emotions. Four augurs became trapped in ice off the Russian coast, compelling them to seek help from humans. Rescuers painstakingly dispersed enormous chunks of ice, and their relentless efforts paid off as all four augurs were eventually saved. While en route to work, Scott heard cries for help in the distance. Drawing closer, he discovered a young fawn desperately pleading for assistance. His uneventful morning took an unexpected turn as he became a hero. Though the circumstances of the camel's predicament remain a mystery, what matters most is that the animal was rescued. Peruvian police officers formed a human chain to save a dog stranded in a canal. When a man's cat escaped from his apartment, he traversed a precarious sixth-floor ledge to retrieve his cherished feline friend, thus securing its safety. A kitten found itself stuck under a bridge, and initial rescue attempts with a landing net proved unsuccessful. The kitten's life hung in the balance as it began to drown in the river. Fortunately, the rescuers eventually succeeded in pulling the kitten ashore and administering CPR, saving its life. Encountering an alligator heading directly toward you might terrify most, but this man recognized it as Betty, a friendly alligator approaching for a treat. Betty, one of 6 rescued alligators, inhabits an inaccessible cypress swamp where the other gators share her amicable disposition. An elephant that lost a limb found renewed hope in the compassionate efforts of these individuals. They crafted a prosthetic leg, enabling the elephant to walk once more. A tiny gecko found itself ensnared by a piece of packing tape, but a knowledgeable man, armed with special tools, promptly liberated the distressed creature. a calf ventured onto thin ice, and traditional rescue methods proved futile. In a daring yet ingenious move, rescuers airlifted the calf to safety using a helicopter. In Siberia, local hunters spotted a deer struggling in a frozen river. Over 4 hours, the 4 men collaborated to create a pathway for the deer, eventually pulling it to safety. The rescue team then embarked on the task of reviving the frigid deer by vigorously rubbing it and warming it by a fire. Following its recovery, the deer was transported to a local garage, where it was nourished with lard and vodka. Subsequently, the men released the deer, which gratefully returned to the forest. In search of food, a green bee-eater became trapped and felt the sun scorching its feathers. Fortunately, a kind-hearted individual came to the rescue, granting the small bird its freedom. Remarkably, a thirsty squirrel knew where to find water, but lacked the means to access it. A compassionate woman discerned the animal's plea and offered assistance. When a dog became trapped in a dam, a courageous man spared no effort to save the distressed animal. Despite numerous obstacles, he succeeded in pulling the dog to safety. This small civet paw found itself ensnared by chains and harbored a deep fear of humans. However, over time, it began to grasp the intentions of its rescuer. The creature's initial fear and confusion gradually transformed into trust. Upon its release, one would expect the cat to flee into the forest, but it stood bewildered by the human's act of kindness. Eventually, the bobcat conveyed its gratitude in its own way before returning to its rightful home. The origin of a baby deer stranded in the middle of a lake remains a mystery, but today marked its fortunate day. Exhausted to the point of being unable to walk, the deer temporarily found solace in the presence of a compassionate man who served as a surrogate mother until the heartwarming conclusion. During a severe snowstorm with temperatures plummeting to -50 degrees, a man investigating his car was startled by cries for help emanating from a nearby van buried under snow. Inside, he discovered a terrified puppy that had spent a harrowing night alone in the frigid cold, abandoned by its negligent owner. Now, the dog has found a loving family that will provide the care it rightfully deserves. A squirrel faced imminent doom and desperately sought aid from a human. Making a bold decision, it ventured into a parking lot, hoping to encounter a benevolent soul. Thankfully, its strategy worked, and the squirrel received the help it desperately needed. Thank you for joining us on this remarkable journey of compassion and courage. We hope these stories have touched your heart and inspired you to make a difference in the lives of animals in need. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more uplifting content. Together, we can create a world where every life is valued and every rescue is a story of redemption. Until next time, keep spreading love and kindness. Goodbye.